Yeah. 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 Yeah, started like a normal night, the city breathing slow. Street lights on the pavement, everybody heading home. I was thinking about tomorrow, trying to make a better plan. Never knew that before sunrise I would understand. My phone began to ring and I could feel something was wrong. A voices on the other side was shaking on the phone, said you need to come outside, there's something you should know. So I grabbed my jacket quickly and I stepped into the foggy funny ferrets. Yeah. Before the sirens. Night was quiet, rain was falling, city holding like a breath. Streetlights painted on the pavement, shadows moving underneath. I could hear the distant traffic, feel the weight inside my chest. Some nights don't need an answer, they just put your heart to test. Before the sirens, there was silence. For the noise, there was a choice. I was learning how to listen when the fear became a voice. I remember every warning, every promise, every sign, trying to leave the old days somewhere far behind. I grew up where the sidewalks knew the stories of the block, where a dream could feel like gold and time could feel like a clock. Mama told me keep my focus, keep my head above the storm, never let the world decide the person I would one day form. I watched friends become memories, watch some brothers change their ways, watch the brightest summer evenings turn to long and colder days. I don't speak about the losses just to make the story loud. Every name still has a meaning, every face is in the crowd. I remember empty pockets, borrowed shoes and sleepless nights, trying to make a little future underneath those broken lights. People told me I was reckless, people told me I was lost, but they never saw the distance or the battles that it cost. So I learned to move with patience, learn to question every road, learn that pride can make a heavy heart carry a heavier load. Now I look back at the younger me and wish that he could know you could come from any darkness and still choose the way to grow. For the sirens, for the flashing lights, it was just another evening underneath the city night. For the sirens, for the whole world knew there were people making promises and dreams they wanted to. I won't let the past define me, I won't live beneath the town. I will carry over learning while I build my future now. For the sirens, I was searching for a sign. Now I know the road is mine and I can choose the finish line. Now I know what it feels like when the phone won't ring at all. When you stare into the darkness waiting for somebody's call. You can hear 100 voices but the silence still is loud, and the memories come rushing like a storm above the crowd. That's when I started thinking about the choices that we make, how a moment full of anger can become a lifetime's weight. I don't glorify the chaos, I don't celebrate the pain. I would rather turn the lesson into something that could change. Tell the younger ones around me, keep your vision on the prize. Don't confuse being fearless with refusing to be wise. Real strength can mean you walk away when pressure says to stay. Real courage can be choosing peace when anger wants its way. I have seen too many families carry burdens they can't hide, too many empty chairs reminding people who have died. So I put my pain in verses, put my hope inside the sound, try to build a better meaning from the things that brought me down. If I stumble, I get up again. If I lose, I learn the cost. Every road could teach a lesson, every setback isn't lost. Before the siren, there was time to change your heart, to change your mind. One more breath, one more choice, one more chance to hear your voice. The night can feel like it's the end, but morning always comes again. I won't surrender to the fear. I made it through and I'm still here. Yeah. Now I'm riding through the city with the window cracked at night. Rain is shining on the road beneath the passing signs and lights. Every corner brings a memory, every turn reminds me why I kept walking through the pressure when I wanted just to hide. I don't need revenge to prove that I remember where I'm from. I can honor every person without becoming what I've done. There is more to life than anger, more to love than being tough. Sometimes saying that you're hurting is the bravest kind of stuff. I keep pictures in my phone of people smiling in the sun, moments frozen in a lifetime, moments saying we were young. When the world gets unpredictable, I hold those memories close, not to live inside the past, but to remember what matters most. I want a future where the children don't inherit all our fear, where they know that asking for help does not mean weakness here. I want the block to see a sunrise brighter than before. I want every locked up dream to find an open door. And if somebody asks me what I learned from all the nights, I'll say protect your peace and don't mistake the dark for light. Before the sirens, there was always another road to take, and the choices that we make can change the future that we face. For the sirens,